Hi there, my name's Cav and I'll be going through the business accounts training material, and in this video we're going to look at how to show and hide different columns within a table. Now in all of the tables you can turn on or off columns depending if you need them or not. Sometimes you may need some columns, sometimes you may not. So I'm going to go over to the blue book, and here we're going to look at the different columns that are on already and what we have visible. Now, first of all, how do you turn on and off columns? If you look at the column headers, you can click on any column header, right click on any column header, and you can select columns. If you're on a Mac, you'd have to control click to get this menu if you don't have a 2-button mouse. So again, right click on any column header and select columns. This will pop up a little window called Set Column Visibility, and it's basically the columns that you have visible and the columns that are hidden. Now, in some other videos earlier, I turned on such things as the quantity, so that was turned on, which wasn't on, and we turned on unit price in another area, which was in another table. So let's turn some things off. Let's say we don't want to see the customer. Let's say we don't want to see the quantity. And let's say we don't want to see the transaction number. And if we close this, you can see that now those columns are no longer visible. Okay, so if you deal with just daily sales and you don't need to have customer information, you can turn off the customer columns and the quantity and the unit price stuff. So let's turn them back on again. So let's right click or control click. Let's select columns and let's go and turn back on the customer, the unit price and the transaction number. Okay, so they're back, and you can also reorder things. So we can move the customer right back to where it was. We can put the quantity right after the two amounts, and we leave the transaction number at the end. And we can also adjust the column widths if we want to make things bigger, and also obviously if we want to make them smaller. And basically you can also save columns in a view, but we'll look at that in another video on how to create a view with different columns. But that covers turning columns on and off. Just remember, you right click on any of the column headers or control click if you're on a Mac, select the columns and then turn on the columns you want or turn off the columns you don't want. Okay,